Two dogs on the field, touchdown on the first sound. Last season, hype crowd screaming, what now? Too long go, but never gon' punt now. Enemy blitzing, but we ain't gon' shut down. Play action, quarterback, I'm Mr. Cannon. Throw and yo together, iron is sharper than Shannon. Talking faith heavy, while the world playing short. Two dogs got a man at 25 like EA Sports Syndicate. So we celebrating with high fives. And I ain't talking DM, but two dogs is prime time. Dropping news like reporters coming from the sidelines. Yeah, we going live, you gotta know it's grind time. It's the first and 10 commandments that we breathe daily. Covered in the blood, I call it free safety. So tune in, getting left out. Two dogs radio, joining you the best of.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, this is Two Dogs Radio. This is Joe. Look like I'm gonna be solo dolo today, you know what I'm talking about? But we're gonna hold it down. If y'all have questions, please call in. If you have comments, please call in. Your presence is much appreciated and necessary. Now, today, I'm gonna start what I did this weekend, like we always do. Well, this weekend I went and seen Predator Badland, the best movie of the fall. It's the number one movie in the world. It's worth going to see. If you haven't seen any Predator movie, you might want to go on one of the streaming sites and see if you can find Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That'll show you give you one aspect of him. Then there's Predator 2, there's Aliens versus Predator, there's versus Predator, I forgot what it's called, Predator. Then there's Alien Roslam, and then there's Predators, and then it's this one. So just another videography that y'all can go and watch to make sure you get up to par of what's going on and how they culture is, because you got to understand the culture to understand the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Now let's get started on sports. Um, Alabama, LSU, LSU, trash. I don't understand what's going on. You got probably one of the most talented rosters in college football, and y'all are horrible with a capital H. Horrible. Bama plays the Sooners this weekend. 2:30 game. It's gonna probably be on ABC. Well, it's gonna be all eyes on SEC. The Crimson Tide is, I think, a 6 or 7 point favorites in the game. They have the third ranked defense, and they have 14 or 15 turnovers on the season. The Sooners have 6. But the Sooners have the best defense in the nation. They saying that Simpson is a Heisman candidate, and they have all the weapons on their offense, and they're going to be able to run up and down the field. Wrong answer. Sooners defense travels, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just get that. Defense travels. Who won last year on this game? The Sooners. And they played in Norman. And that team was trash. Now we are ranked, and if they win out, we're in the CFP. So I'm telling y'all now, I think the Sooners is going to win by 3 to 7 points. It ain't gonna be no blowout. It's gonna come down. It's gonna be nick and tuck. But I think the defense is gonna make just enough plays to stifle Alabama's offense. OU is gonna run the football. Material's gonna make just enough plays to win the ball game. Period. Another big game I think this weekend is Texas A&M and Texas. Texas, you got your hands full. And Texas A&M scout is for real. For real. For real. I'm taking Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M has a better ball team. I think they have more speed, and I think they are more collective group. Uh, what's another game? Ohio State. I'm the Big Ten is a power conference. I understand all that, but after you get past Team 3, horrible, absolutely, positively horrible. Everybody's so excited that Indiana came back and won on the last second touchdown. Wow. Wow. Why was it even that close? It shouldn't even been that close. Won't you go in and put your foot on your neck and go in and do what you're supposed to do? When you play a trash team, you need to go in and just put your foot on their neck and do what you're supposed to do and get them out the ball game, and then let your second and third strings get some reps in on a game. Why make the game difficult when it doesn't have to be? So I don't understand why everybody's so enamored with the Big Ten. Big Ten has Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon. Everybody else on their roster, well, Michigan's decent. But after that, Michigan State, trash. Minnesota, trash. USC, trash. UCLA, trash. Rutgers, trash. Purdue, trash. Wisconsin, trash. You see how many I can just name is just trash? Now let's go to the SEC. You got Georgia, good, very good, excelente. You have Alabama, good, very good, excelente. You have Ole Miss, good, very good, excelente. You have Texas A&M, good, very good, excelente. You have Texas, good, very good, excelente. You have the Sooners, good, very good, excelente. See, need I say more? And then we could go to Florida, and Auburn, and South Carolina, and Kentucky, and Mississippi State, and Vanderbilt. But you see how many teams I can name in one conference? How many teams that everybody has to play half of the teams in the SEC? The Big Ten, you got a cupcake schedule. Cupcake. Yeah, what they used to say back in the day is Tiller, they sweet. They sweet. Sweet like honey. Like molasses sweet. Just sweet. So we'll the rankings come out at 7 o'clock to get in the day. I'm pretty sure some things is gonna change. But it's gonna be, I think, 5 to 6 SEC teams is gonna make it. I'm gonna say 2 Big Ten schools will make it. One of the Power Four is gonna make it. Everybody thought it was gonna Memphis, and Memphis turned around and got beat by Tulane. I don't know what they were looking at. They should have beat them, but you can't let teams hang around. That's for sure. You cannot let teams hang around and give them confidence coming in the third and fourth quarter. You cannot do that. By third and fourth quarter, You should be playing your second and third string, letting your backup quarterback get reps, run having a scrimmage pretty much. Because the game is over. Game set match. But no, y'all let teams hang around and make them give them confidence and give them hope. Like Star Wars, the new hope. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What else we want to talk about? Hoop. Hoop. Um, the best team in the NBA, Oklahoma City Thunder, by far, no question. Uh, Dallas, I think, might be through. Everybody, AD hurt now. Trash. Houston is going to be a team that the Thunder are going to have to reckon with. Them Rockets is tough. The Rockets are tough and long and big. Memphis, they have Ja. That's it. The Pelicans, it seems like they should be a good team, but they just can't win close ball games. You got to be able to win close ball games. The Lakers is okay. Are they a threat? Maybe. With LeBron, still a maybe. I don't think to me, I think they're able to get up and down the floor now. When Bron comes back, he gonna want to slow the tempo down. I think that's gonna be their downfall. The Lakers are much better running than they're gonna be doing slow it down and trying to play half court basketball. Because you have some teams in the West like Denver, the Thunder, Houston, that's going to really play some D. The Clippers, who's going to really play D. And it's going to be cool with you slowing down the tempo and trying to play half court. The Thunder want you to do that. The Thunder want you to do that. Chicago looks good. Minnesota looks good. The Knicks look good. Boston. Orlando's looking good. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, but we'll see. But I'm pretty impressed with the NBA, especially with them being on NBC on Tuesday nights now. And I'm pretty sure once football ends, they probably will be on Saturday and Sunday. So I kind of like the NBA on NBC, ESPN, and Prime. So it looks like it's gonna work out. Looks like they didn't put a little money behind it, and they kind of did their research. And I'm glad the NBA is actually getting on a plateau where they belong. Are they the NFL? No, but nobody beats ball. Nobody beats football. You can tell by the participation and how most home games sell out. Most home games sell out. And then if unless you have the ticket, if you have red zone or anything like that, you're still getting to watch all scoring plays. On Sunday, they pretty much show you all the big highlights of every game. You can watch it on NBC, then you can watch it on Sports Center. So the NFL just has the game wrapped up, locked, cock, ready to rock. So does college football. College football on Saturdays is excelente. Usually I wake up around 10, put on some clothes, get me some breakfast. By 11, there's a ball game on. And then we got ball games on all day. We got the 11 to 2, got the 2:30 to 6, and then you have the 7 o'clock game. And usually a game comes on ESPN, starts at 9 or 10 o'clock, and it goes to about 1 in the morning. So if you're not a college football fan, I don't know what you're doing on Saturdays in the fall, because mine is booked. Mine is booked. The only reason I can move around this weekend none of my teams were really playing, so I really was just kind of peeking in and out at the games and following it on my ESPN app. But that's another story. So let's get to the NFL. We're going to start with Green Bay and the Eagles. Then we're going to take a break. Green Bay is a good team, but I'm falling out of love with Jordan Love. See how I did that, Tiller? I'm falling out of love with Jordan Love. Yeah, love hurts. Cause it seemed like when it's time for a big time game, he don't play big time. He doesn't rise to the occasion. Now, he did fumble. He was under pressure. He's playing one of the better defenses in the NFC and in the NFL in the Eagles. I get that. But you knew they was coming. You had a whole week to prepare for them, and you couldn't get past the 50. The 50. And then y'all kept it close. Josh Jacobs' fumble was just, I was like, Josh fumbling? But you're going against the Eagles. They punch at the ball. They scrape at the ball. They're one of the better getting turnover teams in the league. But I was kind of upset with my boy that he actually fumbled the rock, even though he had a pretty good game. But he's supposed to do that. He's supposed to do that. Period. But Micah Parsons, where was he at yesterday? I don't think he had a tackle. So I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of people going to get mad. I think trade Micah Parsons was a very good thing. Why? What was the Cowboys' record last year at the same time? I don't know, yo. Well, I do. They were 3-6. Guess what they are this year? They're 3-5-1. Same record, right? So with Michael Parsons or without Michael Parsons, we the same record. Guess what Green Bay was at this time last year? They were 6-3. Guess what they are this year? 6-3. So what? So did they get any better? I'm gonna say no. They didn't get any better. They have the exact same record that they had last year. If you're gonna pay a dude that much money, and he can dominate some games, but some games he goes MIA. And for y'all who don't know what that means missing in action. It's an old military term. He becomes a POW, a prisoner of war, because he be locked up and you don't see no sight of him. Some games he's Rambo. Some days he's Steve Rogers before he gets the serum. Steve Rogers is Captain America. So the little bitty dude who wasn't that good in the army until he got the super serum, then he turns in Captain America. Sometimes he's Steve Rogers. Other days he's a dominant force. So you tell me, is he worth the money that Green Bay paid him when y'all record is actually the same as it was last year? Shouldn't you, if you pay somebody that amount of money, almost 41 million, 42 million a season, shouldn't you see some kind of benefit on your money? That's just like buying a car. And you buy a brand new car, but you only get to drive it half the time because it has to be in the shop. When you would have been better off buying a bucket that runs that's getting you back and forth to A to B. You just can't style and profile. Same thing. You got a real shiny toy that's just sitting on the shelf, and you go, "Wow, it looks nice," and it just sits there. Because some games he goes MIA, some games he's not. If I pay that amount of money, he needs to show up every game and show out. He needs to dominate, not just when he wants to. But we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna finish up the NFL. We're gonna give some predictions. We're gonna talk about some of the games this coming weekend. So just come right back. It's Two Dog on 89.9 FM on Facebook and YouTube. I'll let your boy.
What? Hey, Trey, you know this one gonna be crazy. That go. Yeah, ain't no limits. Know the grain, so divine, we on business. Told the line, blow your mind, we on Guinness. Did the crime, not the time, like a witness. New beginnings, ain't no limits. Know the grind, so divine, we on business. Told the line, blow your mind, we on Guinness. Did the crime, not the time, like a witness. Like a Guinness. We got favor all around, now you see the team. Swore up when they get to cutting, they gon' flee the scene. Had to thank the Lord for the suffering, then he intervened. I done been down bad, sketching for any means. I done been out bad, sketching with the outcast. Trying to smell the roses when it's bombs over Baghdad. Jesus told me back then, this ain't about no ass cat. I was just a juvie when he stood me how to bounce back. I was thinking rubies, then he used me, still finessing with a toolie. Got depression, was my best friend, popping necks and feeling woozy. Got some rest and I go through it. I'm in mess, I think I blew it. Then you blessed me through the ruins. We was seeing sell, seeing hell, trying to see a cell. We know Jesus well, paid the bell, this how freedom felt. I know Jesus well, Peter fell, still he made it well. We just eating up, check the smell, this the season well. Ain't no limits, know the grain, so divine, we on business. Told the line, blow your mind, we on Guinness. Did the crime, not the time, like a witness. New beginnings, ain't no limits. Know the grind, so divine, we on business. Told the line, blow your mind, we on Guinness. Did the crime, not the time, like a witness. No beginnings.
New beginnings. We can't do it like we did it for the business. I'm committed cause I talk it how I live it. I was down bad, now life is splendid. Yeah, life is splendid. I was the driver, ambitions of a rider. Stay litty like a lighter. From my hood, we shooters plus we fighters. The Holy Spirit came in, rewired my brain. Crazy for Christ. Raw blood in my veins, threw rocks at the pen. I was drowning in sin, prodigal son. Ate in the pig pen, swam with the piranhas, stayed in the deep end. Had encounter with Jesus, is when life begins. Now I'm back in the hood, telling our homies the truth. I'm a walking testimony, my life is the proof. Satan loose my soul, been body pay full. My heart was cold, but you reap what you sow. I submitted to the spirit, now the spirit can flow. Started to grow, share the gospel everywhere I go. Decipher the streets, start to preach on beat. Wake up, praise God, it's his kingdom I seek.
Ain't no limits, know the grain, so divine, we on business. Told the line, blow your mind, we on Guinness. Did the crime, not the time, like a witness. New beginnings, ain't no limits. Know the grind, so divine, we on business. Told the line, blow your mind, we on Guinness. Did the crime, not the time, like a witness. New beginnings. What?
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Two Dog. All right. Incoming news. College football rankings. The top has unchanged. It's Ohio State remaining number 1, followed by Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, and Georgia are the top 5. Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Oregon, Notre Dame, Texas, and Oklahoma, and BYU round the 12 teams rankings. Since the fifth conference championships are guaranteed to make the 12-team bracket, number 24th, South Florida, the highest ranked group of 5 champion, will replace BYU as a 12 seed, and Miami, projected to be the ACC, will replace Oklahoma if the playoffs started this week, because South Florida is guaranteed a spot and the ACC championship champion is guaranteed a spot. Since they are not ranked, they move out the last 2 teams on the board, which makes sense. But if OU wins, then Alabama, which is ranked number 4, that's a win on a top 5 team in their backyard. So will Oklahoma probably be ranked better than 11? I'm going to say yes. I think they'll probably get 8 or 7 if they win. But once again, Ohio State and Indiana are still at the top. And Oregon is in there as well. But I don't know if all 3 teams is going to get in. Because something is going to have to handle with strength of schedule. The SEC strength of schedule is way better than what the Big Ten, like I've said before. Oh, another big news. Then we'll get back to the NFL. Nico Harrison, the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks, was fired. That's what I'm talking about. So now they're talking about, will Anthony Davis, AD, be traded? So I wonder where AD would like to go and play for, where he can compete for a championship. That's a very good question. Right off top, I don't know what teams. Any team would probably want him, but where would he want to go? Because I'm pretty sure he has a no trade clause in his contract where he can control the destination that he wants to go to. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to Utah. I'm pretty sure he's not going to Milwaukee. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to the Wizards. So where would he go? I could think Boston would be wonderful. The Knicks would be good. Minnesota? Well, but so would you start both of them? Would you start Rudy Gobert and AD and put AD at the 4? No, I'm talking about AD. He's retirement. Whoa. John just needs to get his act together. I think Memphis is good for him. Because I think if he goes to a major franchise in a big city that doesn't sleep, I think he's going to find more trouble to get into. I think he would find more trouble to get into if he in a city doesn't sleep. Like New York, Dallas, LA, Atlanta, Miami, Houston. I think he'll go find some trouble. He'll go find some trouble. He definitely don't need to go to Atlanta. Them strip clubs is enough in Atlanta. Miami got way too much going on, and the King of Diamonds. Yeah, but if you in Memphis, it's 6-hour drive. It's a flight, but you playing every other day, so you ain't got time to run to Atlanta and come back. Cause I know if I was an NBA player, I'd be trying to rest on my day off. I wouldn't be trying to do nothing but give me a massage, uh, doing my self care. You know, if that needs to go to the chamber, whatever you need to do to make sure that your body is ready to play. Because sometimes you playing back to backs. So on your days off, you need to really be concentrating on self preservation and making sure you're ready to play. Because you can't take really too many nights off in the NBA. You can't take, because everybody in the NBA can play. That's one thing I can say about the major sports leagues in America. When you facing a team, even though they might not be good, you still got to come to play. Because what if one of them dudes get hot and shoot you out the gym? And then you know what they going to say? Well, he didn't look ready today. It seems like this was an off night. And then when it's time for you to get paid, you know what they're going to say? Well, I don't think he's a max player. He don't show up every game. So if it was me, I'd be trying to do all my self-preservation, making sure my body is ready to go, making sure that I have no excuse why I'm not ready to play and gonna give it my all. Like Allen Iverson used to say, he said he went out on the floor like this was his last game, and he played it like it was his last. And he stood on that, and he stood on business. It's one thing I liked about him. So you have to be ready to play. Back to the Denver firing their general manager. So Kyrie Irving is hurt until I heard till January or maybe even the All-Star game. So they're saying that they're not going to be in competition to make the playoffs this year. So would you unload all your assets, or what would you do in that situation to help your franchise win? I don't know. I think it's kind of a difficult uh, situation to be in, because you're in the Western Conference. For one, Dallas is in the same division as the Oklahoma City Thunder and Houston and Minnesota. So that's a lot to deal with. And then your best guys is not on the floor, and you got Cooper Flag, who's a rookie. So he's going to have some games that he's going to be on, and he's got some games that he's not going to be on. Because from every NBA superstar that I've heard says that there's a moment their rookie year that they get handed to them by a veteran, and it's nothing they can do. And they be looking around for help, and ain't nobody to help them, and they just get torched. So I don't know about Dallas. Phoenix doesn't look that hot. The Warriors, they gonna be there. Sacramento, I don't know. The Clippers probably will be there. Utah, I don't know. Portland, no. So we'll just have, it's going to be a very crucial time to make sure that you make the right choices for your franchise so you can be competitive. Either not this year, but next year. I don't know what I would do. If I have draft picks coming up, I might want to unload my roster so I can load up on draft picks, so I can come back with a better squad and just be developed from scratch and build around Cooper Flag. That's one idea. But then you'd have to unload Kyrie and AD. So we'll see. All right, back to the NFL. I just found out that Travis Hunter is having surgery. He's going to be out for the rest of the year. That's a very bad thing for the Jaguars and for Travis Hunter. I think he's going to have an outstanding career. To me, I think he needs to gain about 20 to 30 pounds of muscle because I think he's 180 or 175 pounds. To be able to play both ways in the NFL and not get hurt, he's going to have to put on some weight. He's going to have to get his endurance up and his strength up. Because if I was an offense and I know it's a guy going both ways, I'm running the football at him. I want him to tackle. If he's on defense, he's going to have to tackle every play because I'm running at that dude right there. Now, we know he can cover receivers, but can he tackle? Like trying to tackle Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley or who else is it? Josh Jacobs or the running back from Miami. You know, there's some backs in the league that will lower their head and will try to run him over. So I don't know if he's going to be able to withstand that kind of punishment from running backs in the NFL who's only playing one way and the offensive coordinator is running at Travis Hill to make him play defense and have to tackle. Everybody's getting on the Rams and saying Matthew Stafford should be up for the MVP. He should. But is he the best team in his division? No. That is the Seahawks. What's one of their losses to? The Eagles. So, to me, the Rams are not the best team in the NFC. It's the Eagles. Let me give y'all my top 5 this week in the NFL. It is the Eagles, number 1. It is the Chiefs, number 2. Number 3 is the Patriots. Number 4 is the Broncos. And number 5 is the Colts. In that order. Then you have Tampa Bay gets an honorable mention. The Packers get an honorable mention. Who else gets an honorable mention? Minnesota, I think, is through. The Bears is looking good. I don't know if they're going to be able to make the playoffs. The Commanders, without Daniels there, they are not good. Who else is it? Arizona, no. Dallas, no. You're 3-6 on the year. Playoffs is it's like that island that's way out on the sea and you can barely see it. That's how Dallas is looking at the playoffs right now. It's a hope and a prayer. But most of the time, it ain't going to come to fruition. But they got Quentin Williams now, and you got 2 first-round draft picks. Hopefully, you're going to draft a linebacker and another savage defensive tackle from the SEC, who's another beast up front where you can start dominating the line of scrimmage. They can start playing cowboy football. Ha! I like it. Okay, the AFC. I don't think in the AFC East, I don't think Buffalo is going to win their division. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to say it one more time. I don't think Buffalo is going to win their division. I think those Patriots that were the same color as Buffalo and y'all in the same division. I never understood how two teams were the same colors and they play each other twice a year. And they both wear red, white, and blue. Tiller, what sense does that make? Don't make no sense. But I can go on that rant for why we have so many teams in the NFL that all wear some red, white, and blue. We have Houston, Tennessee, the Giants, the Patriots, and Buffalo all wear red, white, and blue. There's only 32 teams in the NFL, and a fifth of the league wears the exact same colors. What sense does that make? Makes no sense. To me, Buffalo should be wearing brown and gold, the colors of a buffalo. Wouldn't that make sense? Now the Patriots wearing red, white, and blue makes sense. The Titans should wear some other colors. I haven't really thought. Maybe I should ask Google. Let me ask Google. What color should a Titan wear?
The color a Titan should wear depends on what kind of Titan you mean. The Saturn moon has an orange-tan glow, while the football team uses blue, navy, red, silver, and white. Fictional Titans, like the Armored Titan, have colors specific to their character, such as white plates.
So they said they should wear gold. White and gold. Or white, they said, or silver. Yeah, but I like that. That makes more sense. Wearing red, white, and blue makes no sense to me. To me, makes no sense. The Giants shouldn't wear red, white, and blue. And then that ugly away jersey where they go in the white with the red. No. Horrible. 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 Yeah, I never understood that why so many teams wear red, white, and blue. You know. I don't like when the Cowboys put the red stripe on their helmet for red, white, and blue. Why? We shouldn't do that. We wear blue and silver. That's what the Cowboys wear. Ain't no red needs to be in the jersey. But that's my rant on uniforms. I can go on uniform rant for a minute. Because some of the stuff is truly horrible. And sometimes they come up with some nice uniforms. Some of the times. But some of the times, but not all the time. The AFC East, I said that the New England is going to win that division, not Buffalo. The AFC North, y'all better they're gonna mess around, let the Ravens get back in this and win this division. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna say it again. B, if you was here, I'd tell you the same thing. If Pittsburgh don't get their act together, they gonna let the Ravens climb right back in the division and win it. Because the other two teams in the division, trash. All right, the AFC West. I don't know if Kansas City is going to win this division. I'm going to say the Broncos. I'm going to say the Broncos. And I do like it when they wear the orange crush jerseys. That's classic Bronco jerseys. But yeah, the Broncos is going to win that division. I don't know if Kansas City has enough firepower to catch them. And will their schedule allow it? The AFC South, that's the Colts. Period. Houston, no. Jaguars, no. The Titans, Okay, let's do the NFC now. The NFC, we have the NFC East. That's easy. That's the Eagles. Period. Giants, no. Commanders, no. Cowboys, no. The NFC West, I think that we're gonna might get two teams. It's gonna either be, I think it's gonna be the Rams and Seattle, but Seattle's gonna win the division. The NFC North, it should be Green Bay. Minnesota, no. Chicago's looking good, and Detroit. Detroit will be there. The NFC North might get three teams in. And then the NFC South. It's Tampa Bay. Atlanta, no. New Orleans, no. Carolina, they looking good, but I don't know if they're going to have enough to get in. So now, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to give my picks and we're going to get up out of here. See you in a minute. It's Two Dawg.
Hit a slam dunk like man up. Enemy salty ran up. It's a foul move and one. We stay eating, man. Jesus out all my life. I'ma shine bright as a light. I don't need diamonds to shine. I just keep God on my mind, dog. Give him my author like sign off. Watch me clean like pine saw. Hey. I call God, yeah. Jesus, he the reason I be rapping, singing in the hood and trenches. I don't need to mention this. Some time in prison, I got rescued, not arrested. Now I'm living. I be Holy Spirit sipping, Bible toting. I was chosen for this moment, devil choking home. And you don't believe me? Take a look. A few years ago, I paroled. I was in the basement, just a bed and clothes. Prayer work, I'ma let you know. Now I'm saving souls all around the globe, preaching Jesus' name. It's the only hope. Yeah, yeah. He's our only hope. He's our only hope. He's the only one that can save our soul. Yeah, double getting mad cause his tactics whack. I be stomping on the devil like back to back. Yeah, back to back. Like back to back. Yeah, back to back. Like back to back.
I'm Scotty Pippen to assist. Consumers curved with the dish. MJ follow two fish. Isolation, big rich. Yeah. All we do is win. Resist the devil's sin. Back to fin. Forget the glamour and glitz. He pulled me out of the pit. I'm on fire lid. Living what I sip. With a rock crossover. Jahara, Jova. Easy to go. Supernova. Walls falling down. Bulldozer on the road. Range Rover. Yeah. GC saved my life. Garments are sparkling white. We are the bride of Christ. Rebuke Illuminati. We illuminating. Woke the bear. I've been hibernating. Mask off. Quit perpetrating. God's the truth. Don't believe in faking now.
He's our only hope. He's our only hope. He's the only one that can save our soul. Yeah, double getting mad cause his tactics whack. I be stomping on the devil like back to back. Yeah, back to back. Like back to back. Yeah, back to back. Like back to back. Hey.
Welcome back. Savage picks for the week. Hey, Chilla, let me get some music. Background music. All right. Thursday, November 13th, we have the Jets and Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. We're going the Commanders and Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins. Next one, we have Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. I'm going with Pittsburgh. Jaguars, Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. We have the Buccaneers and the Bills. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Bears, Vikings. I'm going with the Bears. The Texans and Titans. I'm going with the Texans. Panthers and Falcons. I'm going with the Panthers. Packers, Giants. I'm going with the Packers. Seattle, LA Rams. I'm going with Seattle. 49ers and Cardinals. I'm going with the 49ers. Ravens, Browns. I'm going with the Ravens. Chiefs, Broncos. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. And then Lions, Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles. Monday, it's Kansas City. No, it's Cowboys and the Vegas Raiders. I'm going with the Cowboys. College. All right, we're going to go to Oregon, Minnesota. I'm going with Oregon. Indiana, Wisconsin. I'm going with Indiana. Texas A&M against South Carolina. I'm going Texas A&M. Notre Dame and Pitt. I'm going Notre Dame. Michigan against Northwestern. I'm going Michigan. Oklahoma, Alabama. I'm going with Oklahoma. Texas and UCF. I'm going with Texas. And that is my Savage picks for this week of week 11 in the NFL and NCAA. I don't have no scripture, but you bark at us, we bark back. Ruff.